There we go. All right. In that case, welcome.
What? Y'all don't know about Kevin?
Had some doubling up there. Had to test the audio before. Let's try that again. Welcome. This replay, most likely when people will be listening to it, will be of me every Tuesday endeavoring to create the perfect team, not for this game, but for the upcoming XCOM 2, announced to be coming out in February. Exact day eludes me. For those who have been following it, XCOM 2, the sequel to this game, where incredibly handsome commander, if I may say so, must rally the troops and fight off an alien invasion of Earth. XCOM 2, the sequel to this game, is canonically about you losing in this game. So I suppose my incredibly handsome looks weren't enough to save humanity. However, that got me thinking, why not make the world, the team, the people that I'm going to be bringing into XCOM 2? So, here we are. I've installed the Long War mod, a very popular mod for XCOM Enemy Unknown and Enemy Within. Understandably, makes the war longer, but also adds a degree of complexity, further customization, further research and items, and just a whole host of variations to the game to help keep it interesting in the mid to late game. And my goal here is not to win the game. I am going to be playing on Impossible Ironman Long War, with a number of second wave options set up. I'll be going through those at the beginning here. I will likely be watching the cutscenes and reading through some of the research notes there, but my goal here is not to win. It is to get to the point where we are poised on the brink of victory, or possibly just getting wiped out entirely, and any characters I make that survive here are going to be brought into XCOM 2 as survivors from the previous resistance here. So, my ultimate goal here is not to win, but to fail gloriously. So, we are going to be booting this up Impossible. Yeah, we don't need the tutorial. I have played this a bit, though I have not played Long War overly much. I've played some of the opening month or two to get a feel for it. Operation Progeny and Slingshot add a bit more story and texture to it. We will be enabling Ironman. However, I will be enabling, I believe it's called Bronze Man mode, just due to a strange glitch I've gotten in the past playing Long War. But we're going to be treating it as Iron Man. I'm not going to be restarting missions unless something pops up that makes the mission uncompletable in a win or loss direction. It's happened to me once before. I'm just going to go my way to avoid that. And reduced beginning voiceover. Even if this is your introduction to XCOM, we don't need Dr. Valen yelling at us not to use explosives to kill the aliens. We will be on Impossible Iron Man. We are going to use everything at our disposal. And ideally, the goal here will be me playing this once a week. The uploads going to YouTube a day or two later as well. And hopefully, this is mid-November when I'm first recording this. Ideally, I will have crashed into the dirt incredibly hard right around the time XCOM 2 is released. So, I will be ideally going straight from my failure in this, leading into XCOM 2, and bringing any surviving team members with me into XCOM 2. Any viewers, either during the show or afterwards, can private message me if they wish to be added into this to, well, ideally survive, but more likely see yourself get shot in the face by a sectoid the first time you go out in the field. And anybody that survives will be brought in and assigned as near a class and as near a look as possible for XCOM 2. So, we will be going through here. Let's do damage relay. A lot of people hate this. I'm a big fan of randomization in this because, you know, there's the one time somebody one-shots a sectopod from just a million miles away, and there's one time where a sectoid just murders you behind full cover. Adds some variation to it. randomizing where the money comes from. Right, in Long War, they do the inverse, and starting stats are random. There we are. Random level up stats. I want some people to be top of the field, and there will be one person who will randomly get named after somebody I know or somebody who's watching, and who will have the worst stats ever, and I probably will end up accidentally making them the volunteer, the person around who all this applies. Training roulette. Random training trees. You can get some bizarre mashups here, and I just like the randomization, especially because I'm not intending to win this. I'm intending to lose as gloriously as possible. Though it's possible I might just lose day one here, which will be a anticlimactic start to XCOM 2 there. If that's the case, I might be like, okay, we'll keep anybody from there and try this again, so that I actually have things to do on Tuesdays. So, absolutely critical, flanking critical hits, positioning more important. Not gonna do this, this is already gonna be long enough. Casual, bah, humbug. Considering I'm only gonna be playing this save on Tuesdays, nah, I'll probably lose anyways. Less funding as panic increases, nope. I'm not picking ones that make it easier here, but not ones that specifically make it overly harder. This one lowers the chance of psionics popping up, but I think that'll just make whoever does end up being psionic feel all the more special. Here we are. Like I said, I'm turning on Bronze Man just due to that weird glitch I've encountered where, if necessary, I can restart the mission just to get around a freeze there, but otherwise I will be treating this as an Ironman game. I'm not going to reload anything. Aiming angles, and absolutely critical work very well, where positioning is more important than just what sort of cover you're behind. And nah, let's have the chance of a psionic soldier being able to leap 10 stories in the air and melt a person's brain. So, without further ado, Impossible, Ironman, Long War, glorious failure. I have beaten Impossible Ironman, but only an enemy within, not Long War. So, we're gonna watch the various cutscenes as we go through the game here. I mean, I've seen them, and I'll probably be skipping through a decent amount of the research text, though I believe it may have been changed a bit for Long War. They've added and readjusted some of the research and tech options. So I'll probably be leafing through that, but we're going to get the full story of XCOM's rise and plummet into the dirt. And from there, we'll go into XCOM 2. Now, I'll shut up for a minute just while we watch. Okay, I know I said I'd shut up, but personally, I wouldn't have gone up and tried to touch the big glowing green thing that fell from the sky. I'd probably be with this guy, running guy. I mean, I'd be dead either way. I mean, if I put myself in this game, I'd probably be one of the civilians that gets mulched by a chrysalid in the first terror mission. And they're all covered in jello. Where was that camera? It was moving somewhat.
No, Commander. In light of the recent extraterrestrial incursion, this Council of Nations has convened to approve the activation of the XCOM project. You have been chosen to lead this initiative, to oversee our first and last line of defense. Your efforts will have considerable influence on this planet's future. We urge you to keep that in mind as you proceed. Good luck, Commander.
It's gonna break my heart to let him down. My ideal goal is make it to the end game, the temple ship where everything has gone on, and fail at that point. That may not trigger the normal failure cutscene there, though, so I might find some other way to fail. But we'll keeping as many people as I can alive. So this is, right here, one of, like, the most important choices a lot of people have been telling me, even in Long War, where they've rebalanced it a little bit. Like, power facilities, a bit better. Africa, still the same, just all in, throwing all the money at everything. Money's always good. Like, they're one of my favorites, but projects in the Foundry. They've added a lot more projects in the Foundry, which lets you adjust your existing equipment, but... Ooh, and the air game is a lot more important in Long War. You can actually level up your pilots or your fighter craft and what have you. To an extent. You don't pick skills for them like you do in the main game with your soldiers and mechs and what have you. But you can still have them level up a bit. The more kills they get, the better they are, so you have to weigh the risk of sending out your best pilot, who's more likely to take down a battle cruiser, but might get turned to mulch in the process. I'm probably going to go with Europe, partially because it has 4 countries, so it's 4 countries I don't have to worry about as much, and partially because I'm a big fan of laboratories and workshops. The Foundry stuff would be my second choice, probably followed by North America. I intend to play the air game a bit more in this, but I am looking forward to seeing what surprises there are in store for this. Because, like I said, I've only seen the first few months.
Picked up a local broadcast indicating alien activity.
Alright, we're going to Leeds in the United Kingdom.
Get down there and eliminate
So, hopefully, I can actually pull off the first mission and get into the game proper. If you fail the first mission, at least in Enemy Unknown and Within, it just straight up failure, XCOM screwed, try again.
Don't take any
So,
chances.
yeah, don't take any chances. For those of you who have played the normal game, but not Long War, there's a few differences beyond just the basic equipment. The most obvious here at the start, a new ability, Steadying Your Weapon. Increase your aim by 20 for the next turn. So you're not going to take a pot shot Overwatch-wise, but... rookie mistake, I should move all my guys once and then decide what they're doing. I've been playing classic Ironman on my iPad on the way to and from work, so I've gotten a little cocky, especially because I'm near the end game there, so pride comes before a fall. But nobody in view at the moment. We're just going to take this slow. I'm not sure if Long War requires you to... There we are. Collect meld canisters like the base game, which is meant to incentivize you to move quickly instead of just moving in Overwatch, but especially at the beginning here, while we're testing out our people and seeing what we got. Ooh, that orange line does indicate meld in the base game. Well, if we see a meld canister that hasn't locked down, we'll go for it, but for the moment,
moving to position. We
are going to proceed cautiously. You can move with both your actions at once, doing a dash, which gives you a bonus to dodge against reaction shots, but most of the time it's better to move then move again because it generates less noise. And if you're just trying to advance your people up so you can get a beeline on the aliens, try and get the drop on them, probably not a good call to go smashing through windows, yelling, "Hey, alien! I'm in your house!" You know, tends to make them a little irate. The aliens do like hanging out around the meld, though. Which, considering what it can do, turn people into robots and allow them to jump several stories in the air. I mean, I'd hang around that stuff on the off chance it would rub off on me. But, again, I'm likely going to be one of the civilians that just gets smeared against the wall. Especially if a terror mission happens in Canada, which is where I currently am based. Alright, behind door number 1 is a freezer. Behind door number 2 is more of the same freezer. And in the alleyway outside, more or less what we already saw. This isn't a really good angle to see. But, you know what? I'm fine with that. Let's move in here and advance on these doors. You just know there's a ladder over here. they're just all going to be on the roof directly above me. I'll set up on these doors to throw them open and ambush everybody, and they're just going to come in the roof and melt me. So let's steady some weapons. We'll open the door. They'll probably scatter to cover, and we can chuck a few grenades, destroy some cover. Ideally, it looks like most of what I have are AP and flashbang grenades. More grenade types were added in Long War, or adjusting existing ones from the base enemy within game.
Heading there now.
So the default strategy of just spamming frag grenades, which deal a decent amount of damage, destroy cover, and generally wreck your enemy's day, is not necessarily the default strategy at the beginning anymore, because it's random what your rookie's stats are, which grenades they'll be holding. I think chances are, let's see, chances are somebody has a med kit. Yeah, here we are. I think it's standard in the first mission there's always one person with a med kit. Alright. Oh, we got the meld right there. But behind this door... Ooh, drones. Normally these show up later in the game with robotic enemies. That's quite interesting. So let's have a look here. Autopsy required. Yeah, right. We have no idea what this thing can do. Hardened, so less likely to crit. See, we only have 10% chance to crit. Let's see if some other people have a better chance, including our lady here who steadied her weapon a moment ago. 83 or 72 to hit that sectoid. The others have a good shot on that. Let's risk it. It's not as good a shot, but... Woo! First blood goes to... Kiko Tanaka. I'm going to be likely renaming you to somebody I know.
Adjusting sights.
At the moment, not overly many viewers. I'm just getting started here, and I'm playing a game from several years ago. But who knows who will pop in and want to get viciously murdered by aliens. Alright. I know one of them went off in this direction, but I just want to test. Meld collected 3. Alright. I remember that meld is collected not just by getting the containers, which does help, but also by killing enemies that would be related to meld. So, you know, genetically altered enemies or robotic enemies, stuff like that. So that drone might actually be a good target of opportunity. But I really would rather move her back inside. I was testing the... What is... Without aiming. Offense 63. I have an impressive squad here. What? Ah, yes. Quebecois. Alright. You know one of them is going to try kicking down this door or coming around from here. That might not actually be a very good sight line. Here, little sectoid. Alright. He has a flanking shot on PFC Scott. Oh, calm down. Okay. That could have been better. It could have been a lot worse. This is the leader sectoid. 1 extra health, a few bonus stats, but let's see how well he handles a, what I would assume is Italian man flanking him. 10. That's what you get with damage relay. 10 is the amount of damage that you'll get, like, with late game lasers and plasma weapons. Alright, who had the medkit? I will be very sad if it was her, but I swear it was... Oh, there it is. Okay, we'll just go over here and stabilize her. She'll take a will penalty, but let's just keep people alive while we can. We've snagged that. We've made a bit of noise. Let's steady and overwatch. Just watching out there, see if anybody drops down or causes us some trouble. And we're going to be sending Bettini, the Sector Slayer. Oh, is going to reload because I pressed the wrong button. I meant to press F, which brings you up a level here.
Good to go. Visual on the goods.
Getting some crackle on my headphones. I believe it's the USB port, so bear with me for a split second. You might get some weird audio glitches. Much better. And hopefully my mouse re-enables, because I unplugged it. There we go. So, not seeing any of them across the way or on the roof. I'll just steady that weapon and just advance carefully. They often like hanging out in this alley over here or just slightly higher up on the roof up here. So, we're not going to assume that they aren't watching us. Could have done that a little more efficiently. So they're either on the roof or right in. Sounds like a clutch of spiders just running around in there. Alright, Bettini. We are going to have Philip Nevik take it. Rats. I doubt they're hiding in this little bit of shadow, but wouldn't be the first time I've made a foolish assumption in this game. So, doesn't look like they're outside. They're going to be just coming out of the walls inside, but that's the only building remaining here.
Moving to position.
So, assuming they're not on the roof, and like I said, silly assumption, but even if they're on the roof, they won't get a shot at us if we don't trigger them this turn. Let's get our 5 guys in position. We're at a significant penalty, not having a full squad of 6. In Long War, you can have 8 people in a squad, plus an operative on Exalt missions. Alright. Nevik, you're going to go to the roof. Oh! Oh, there's just hundreds of them in there. Can he get a good toss inside? He has an AP grenade, which is great if you can get the right angle. But it does no damage to targets in cover. So we're gonna... Anybody have a frag grenade? Does nobody have a frag grenade? Did I? 1 frag grenade. Okay. Anybody in here? No? Alright, we're gonna do something stupid. Very stupid. We are going to destroy all the meat hanging on the hooks in here with a frag grenade, which should get all of them out of cover. Is meat more durable than I am led to believe? Oh, this could be bad. Oh, he can hit... Oh, 3 of them. That's not terrible. If we can just rain some grenades in here. Thin their numbers before they have a chance to really act. Alright, that's 1.
I'm on it, Commander.
Alright, you can see 4 of them. The flashbang isn't a terrible option here, actually. But we can eliminate these two with a single AP grenade.
Grenade out.
The nice thing about grenades is they always land where you want them to. Rockets are longer range and higher damage, typically, but 21. You know what?
I'm on it, Commander.
Really? Curse you, HVAC units. You may have just spelled the doom of one of my men. Ha! Whoever that is, your will is sufficient. Oh, hey, in the top left there, you can see the other meld canister. I believe we'll get that for free if we manage to kill off all these guys. Yep. Oh! His will is sufficient, his defense is high. Alright, Pierre Carpet. He's the guy who I was making fun of before, and then he turned out to be Quebecois and strangely deadly.
I'm rolling.
As any Canadian knows, that's a terrifying mix. Alright. She still can't see him. HVAC units are apparently the bane of my existence, but enough grenades. Now, if we were killing these people without the use of grenades, we'd be doing significantly better in the resources department. Because when you kill them with grenades or explosives, you don't get their weapon fragments. Could he make it to the top floor? Nah, he'd have to dash. Or sometimes the system for determining height is a little screwy. Oh! I did not see him. But we are getting absurdly lucky, considering this is on Impossible Ironman, and they're right there. You can see that's lighting up both of the targets. One whole damage, but the psychic feedback significantly wounded him.
Heading to that location.
We're gonna put him there and completely screw up our angles. Alright. 74%. Come on.
Damn it! Enemy is still alive.
Back up.
Alright. We've gotten lucky on a few things, less lucky on others. I know this seems like a waste of a grenade and dangerous to us, but both of my soldiers are in cover, and 64 is good, but with him right there, I'm gonna go for the guarantee. Oh, still only 2 damage, so it was still a hair's breadth away from going terribly wrong. I guess he'll overwatch in case this guy moseys, but... And he's on overwatch. And here we'll use our flashbang to eliminate what I believe... Well, this won't eliminate him, but it gets rid of his overwatch, gives him a, I believe, will, aim, and move penalty, which means we
Headed there now.
can just have the rest of our squad have terrible angles. You know what? Nevik, you've been hanging out on the roof. I want you to jump right behind him and point blank shot in the neck. Specifically the neck. Look at that guy's scrawny little neck. Alright.
Good work out there, Strike One.
If I may, Commander, the
Alright. No fatalities. One I would call casualty, but she'll be okay.
Commander to the research labs. Commander to the research labs.
Alright.
Welcome to XCOM
A few
Commander.
intro
I'm
animations here and
Central
whatnot
Officer
explaining the
Bradford.
pieces
My
of
role in
the
this
base.
project is twofold: providing tactical support for our field operations, and keeping you briefed on the current situation. My efforts should allow you to focus on the bigger issues at hand. Speaking of which, we have a soldier waiting for a promotion in the barracks. I'll let you get to it.
Commander to the research labs. Commander to the research labs.
Everybody except Charlotte Scott, who literally just showed up and got shot in the head. Alright, we have some... Keiko Tanaka, Scout Sniper, definitely our MVP
Commander to
there.
the research labs. Commander
Be there
to
in
the
a moment.
research labs.
Alright, so we have Wounded. She got shot in the head. She's going to be out for a bit. But Fatigued is a new thing in Long War. After going on a mission, you know, people are tired. You can send them back out again. But if you do, then they get a light wound and have to be out even longer. So you have to balance, like, this person's really good, but they're tired. Maybe I should send a rookie instead. It's just a nice little additional mechanic to consider. Alright, so, like I said, I have played the first few months and I got a handle on the base classes. Let's see, 72 aim. Not bad. I know snipers are one of the more popular choices, but I'm such a fan of the Scout and lightning reflexes. She has 3 defense, which is okay, but I forgot to double check her config there, but let's see. Run and gun combos nicely. They're the people with the shotguns, and early on, this can be a real benefit. I love the infantry that can shoot multiple times, but near the beginning, let's see, let's spread it out. Let's get a field medic, because it's a good thing we had a medic in that last mission. This one allows additional uses of restorative mist or med kits. Here, we got a scout, now let's get a sniper. You have worse aim. Should have double checked that before going in. Oh well, live and learn.
Commander to the research
Yeah, snipers are defined by their aim.
Research labs.
Let's do double scout and wait for a better sniper. And alright, we got one of each base class. So the way this works is you get them to pick one of the base 4, like in the base game. There was the sniper, the support, the heavy, and the assault. In this, you can choose further specialization there. So for the heavy here, could do suppression, focusing on their machine gun, or rocketeer, focusing on, well, the rockets. I'm going to pick rocketeer, loading somebody up with lots of explosives. You won't get a ton of fragments early on, but you'll keep your fatality rate
The
a
recovered
little bit
artifacts
lower,
are
I
being
find.
unloaded, and the research team is waiting your orders. We'll get started as soon as you give the order, Commander.
Commander to the research labs.
Alright, I'm going to the research labs. Dr. Valen, enlighten us.
Hello, Commander. My name is Dr. Valen.
I just said
I
that.
oversee the research labs. This is where all of XCOM's research and development takes place. We have already begun analyzing the artifacts recovered from our first encounter with the aliens. Based on our preliminary findings, we believe we can use them to develop some new equipment for our soldiers. With your approval, we will begin research immediately.
Very good. Here's another hotly contested... Ooh, is this... Ooh. I may have pulled a complete flub here on our last thing. It looks like in Long War, explosives also destroy corpses. So I don't have enough weapon fragments. I don't have any Illyrium alloys or weapon fragments.
Commander
Or
to
corpses.
engineering.
I can't do any research, so stand by, Valen. Punishing me more for my judicious use of explosives. I like it. I completely skipped by Shen there. I've played this game far too much. I'm just so used to ignoring his advice. Alright, so to start off with, we have a little more to build than in other games of XCOM Within an Unknown. But in this game, I know this much.
Every member of the council is going to want satellite coverage, so we should plan our deployments carefully.
Oh, jeez. I guess this must be an impossible
Commander to mission control.
adjustment here. That everybody starts with a bit more panic, which is
Satellite uplink facilities at
a bit
maximum
understandable, I
capacity.
think.
Additional uplink required.
Aliens are invading, people would be a little panicked. Oh. And they are not worth much. Well, then we must invest wisely. Satellite spam, like in the base game. Less of a winning strategy in this because the alien air game is significantly increased. Let's see, we got Steam here and here.
To mission control.
Not the best, but not the
Commander to
worst.
mission control.
We'll start excavating here and we'll do our power just going straight down so we can catch that on hopefully our third generator. And satellite uplink. You want to build similar structures adjacent to get extra bonuses out of them. So, let's just... yeah, no. We'll begin constructing another satellite uplink, and... how much is a satellite? 140. Alright, this is basically all our money to do that, to get basic satellite coverage over more than where we start, which I believe it said was Germany. Yep, so we are in Germany. So, now we go here and we wait. The long war is just that, long. We will likely be losing countries and have to go back into them, a new feature add in Long War, and fight to retrieve the countries. One of the second wave options I didn't enable requires you to liberate every country before going to the end game, which is, well, an impressive marathon there, but not what I'm aiming for with this prep for XCOM 2. So, we just scan,
Large contact,
and
it's coming in fast. We're going to have a difficult time keeping up with this one.
let's throw them on defense, but I'm pretty sure there's no chance of us succeeding on this. So you can pick a more or less a stance for your fighters as well. That determines how good they are dodging and hitting the enemy. Oh yeah.
Disengaging.
That, I believe, is a supply barge. In Long War, they don't just start off with the little scout crafts. You can have battleships showing up month one. So, the political consequences here, unfortunate, but better than the political consequences and losing a fighter. Yes, and it's returned to service. It wasn't damaged, so it just needed a topping up of the tank. You can just watch the UFO taunting us as it flies overhead. Oh! We have a new request from Brazil. They don't stop the game there, so occasionally you have to look. 701 hours, and they want a satellite. We're going to be getting a lot of satellite requests, and not enough money to fulfill all of them, so... there we are.
Commander, we've picked up multiple requests for assistance. Abductions in progress are marked on the hologlobe.
Alright, one thing I definitely like, we can respond to all the abductions. They happen one at a time, but there will be a lot more of them. You may have noticed, if you've played XCOM Enemy Unknown or Enemy Within, that the wait function on the Situation Room was going a lot slower. We will be fighting off a lot of invasions, and that's why, if you look at our roster, we don't start with a single Cub Scout troop. We start with a lot of soldiers, and we're going to need all of them, because they will get exhausted and wounded and killed, and... wow, I do not have that many people with good stats. I think 75 is the highest offense I've seen so far. When I was introducing my wife to this game, I think she had multiple people with 80 offense. What about best defense? We got 4... 5. Kadijat Lawal. 70 offense, 5 defense. You're coming? It's been about 2 days, so everybody I sent is still fatigued or, in Scott's case, wounded. Won't be bringing them. Let's see. Where was that 75? Let's get somebody who can shoot a little straight. Xenia Fernandez. And the rest, let's go for decent defense. We're going to be going for a reasonably mobile squad here. I saw a 4 down here, so I have Petrova. And one more, at least 70 offense. 70, 71, 72. It's small things, but 1 percentage point can make a lot of difference. So I won't be customizing PFCs. They have to at least get promoted to a specialist before they earn a name. So likely after this mission, I'll be spending some time customizing some units, and we'll go from there. We are going for fairly mobile. We'll probably be up against mostly sectoids and drones again, though we'll see. This mod definitely likes springing things on you, but we're going for reasonably accurate and quick with, as you saw in the last mission, grenades. But I'm not going to bring as many explosives as I was given at the start there. You have pretty good aim. Let's give you the assault rifle. I'm going to be giving laser sights to a number of people. This just gives a +5 aim for the primary weapon and rocket launchers. Here, a quick run through. Alien trophies, bit of alien hardware or organs or whatever. Stuff them in your pants and what have you. People won't be panicked when they're holding them, reassuring sort of thing. Battle scanners, very handy. You toss them and they help you see ahead. I'm going to be bringing... In fact, you're reasonably accurate. You're probably going to be shooting most of the time. But let's give you a battle scanner so that we can look ahead. There are probably better ways to optimize this, but I'm just sort of going seat of my pants here. We'll give... Let's see. Everybody has a vest. Vests don't give you as much health, but give you more mobility. I'm going to be doing, let's say, an even split, 3 and 3. Assault rifles, more damage. It's just sort of the base weapon. Carbines, lighter, more mobility and more accurate. And SMGs, much more mobile, but not the highest damage. I rarely use SMGs, at least starting out, until I have maybe a scout, and I'm trying to maximize their speed. Let's see. So the rest of these, we have ceramic plating, extra health, just 1 extra point, doesn't sound like a lot, it can make the difference. AP grenades, they're those grenades who hurt things that aren't in cover. Flashbangs, use that to good effect in the last mission to break an Overwatch, probably going to be using them again in this mission. Smoke grenades, defense bonus to all units within the cloud. Good to have, I probably won't be bringing them because there are other things I want. HE grenades, shattering cover. Probably, yeah. Let's bring one of those. High capacity mags. Oh, I guess he's bringing one of them. I might change that though. 1 additional burster shot with their primary weapon. A bit more ammo. And laser sight, more aim, medkit. Fairly self-explanatory. Stabilize or heal a wounded comrade. I'm only going to be bringing probably 1 of these along. You're not that accurate. Tell you what, smoke grenade. You're a grenadier, which is one of the classes you can get. And Nakagawa. You do not have much health. We are going to just maximize your speed here and see what we can make of this. So, we're going to give him a flashbang, a laser sight, and an assault carbine. He is just going to be moving fast, trying to flank and eliminate enemies without exposing himself, ideally. We don't want him dying. Medkit? Haven't given... which one of you has better aim? That's the real question. Oh, you're both okay shots. Alright, our medic... This is my one exception. Medics, you want to be reasonably mobile. Giving her double medkits. So, Zoya Petrova, decent shot, pretty quick, and definitely the medic. So if somebody goes down or needs quick healing, she can run over and grab them. And Ivanova, let's give you some armor. I know it seems like I'm giving a lot of people the assault carbines, but the extra aim early on I find beats out the slight damage increase that you get with the assault rifle. And HE grenade. I find being able to destroy cover and then expose the enemy more important than... There we are. Than dealing slightly more damage. Though the AP grenade, I believe, also has a wider radius. There's no bad choices here.
Touching down.
Even the alien trophies,
Argentina next.
which I rarely
Threat there seems
use,
to be the most pressing.
still probably quite useful. Like,
Alien activity
prevent
continues to surge across
panicking
several
from
major cities.
an ally
Our
going
response
down.
is
You
crucial
saw
to
in the
minimize
past
the
mission, I
damage.
got lucky. That one PFC got critically wounded, and one of my people just panicked and ducked. But thankfully, was able to salvage that without any further difficulty. Ah, the Sky Ranger. Ideally, this is what I would commute to work in, but just the gas price on this thing is insane. So I have to leave my Sky Ranger parked in the backyard. Neighbors hate it.
Central, this is Big Sky. Strike team is touching down.
Alright.
Standing by for your orders.
Roger, Big
Longmore's
Sky.
done a
Maybe
good
5
job
by
of
5.
revitalizing
Strike 1
existing
with green light
maps
for deployment.
by just having you enter from a different side. This is the same observatory map that you'll get from Enemy Within and Unknown. You'll usually start over there, or maybe entering over from this side. But I don't believe in the base game you ever actually start... Oh, jeez. We're starting quick. Just 3 drones. Grouped together, I mean... Did I think to have anybody bring an AP grenade? We really would prefer to get some bodies here, so... 55. Robots with their defense. 39. I doubt his pistol is going to be more accurate, but nope, it's less. Because it doesn't have the bonus that his... No. I guess it's just a range penalty. Here, let's just focus fire. Yeah, didn't think so. Probably should have steadied or some such there, but... I never said I was any good at this game. Let's actually see what happens if... Just charge right into the belly of the beast. 78. That's 1 down. Better than we had a moment ago. These things are mobile enough, they're probably going to flank us anyways. So, let's get right in their face and see if we can take down
No, that is not good.
at least one more. Ooh, flip a coin. 1 whole damage. You gotta love damage relay. Near the beginning of the game, it screws you over more often than not. Alright. We have learned that privates shoot like Octodad. That they have preserved from the base game. But is he going after Buddy on the left in cover? Oh. Oh my goodness. Stop screaming! Alright, so this drone's probably gonna do more or less the same thing. Oh, or heal its buddy. You know what? Heal that 1 damage. I will take anything I can get. 80%, 77. Now that he's healed that, they're 3. If he hadn't repaired it, that would be dead, so that's not nothing. But drones are so mobile that it really... She has such a good shot, I have to... Yeah. 1 damage remains on each, and everybody else is panicking. Just take 2 steps. 100% chance to hit. Well, let's see if we can save the ammo. And 91, nope. This game is amazing at reminding you that a 97% chance to hit, still a 3% chance to miss. I totally forgot what number I said first.
Target disabled.
Alright, who are you gonna murder next? So you see why you need all those soldiers. Alright. So that was 3 drones right off the bat before we really had repositioned it all. Let's take a chance to regroup, reload, mourn our fallen comrades. Oh, Fernandez, we hardly knew ye.
Rock and roll.
Oh, I'm glad you're excited.
Будет сделано. Поезд готов.
Oh goody. Our favorites. You know what? Let's see if they group together. We've got 3 drone bodies. You have no ammo. Congratulations. Grenadier time. This is actually a decently big blast radius. Not gonna hit the airborne one. Not gonna kill these things, but at least open up some more angles for us. 1 whole damage.
Уже иду.
Okay. Yeah, we're gonna ignore that flying guy for a second. Let's finish off what we can on the ground. Okay, 52. Well, that's what I get for trying to shoot straight through solid
Направляюсь на точку.
concrete. That's just gonna hit the one. 100% chance to hit, 5% chance to crit. Alright, could have been better. These robotic enemies are kinda playing silly buggers with us. Was that our medic? That was our medic, I think. This is gonna come down to maybe 2 people still alive. Well, Impossible Iron Man doing a great job of putting me in my place. No really good full cover situations there. Ah, here we are. Alright, can you dig it? Apparently not. Oh my gosh. Alright. Let's hit 1. That also is going to hit our guy. Oh my gosh. He's holo-targeted, so he's screwed on the second shot, probably. Yes! Giving him armor instead of a vest! That is the only reason he's alive. Oh, he has no movement right now. Alright, just drag your wounded carcass inside. 3 damage.
Выполняю.
Alright. And this isn't even all of them. I'm pretty sure there's at least 1 more pod. Probably 2. So 3, 1 health remaining. Yes! That's the first turn where we haven't had somebody just hemorrhage out their everything. So, you... There we are. I believe she's the one who had the highest aim.
Power over here.
Alright.
Вот так.
Just reload.
Всем внимание.
Have I mentioned how much I hate drones yet? Oh my goodness.
Обойти хотя.
This is impressive. I think if we defeat these schmucks, then we're in the clear, but I had to blow a lot of our resources. So, let's fall back a little bit. What have we got? A smoke grenade? and a flashbang. Oh, the smoke grenade might come in handy, but we're gonna take cover. It is indeed killing time. Ah, yeah. He's so heavily wounded he can't really run either. He can't really do much of anything at this point. Okay. Are there any holes in the ceiling that they're gonna come out? No? None of them are on the roof? Alright.
Heading there now.
Yeah, they're all inside, we know that. It'd be nice if they split up a little. Alright, Rodriguez. At this range, even you can miss horribly. Oh, robots. Ooh, are they having to double move to get out here? This might not be as terrible as I thought. They are splitting up. Oh, jeez. Okay.
That's affirmative.
Well, they don't really have a height advantage, at least. Oh, come on! 30%, 1% height. That I... Definitely Oh no! Low wall! Just hunker down. Alright, so my turn was spent weeping. And Rodriguez, yeah. I think he already lasted longer than anticipated. So, is this going to kill her? Likely. He just phased through solid rock. I mean, how am I supposed to make tactical decisions based around that? Alright, she's a bit wounded. And has nowhere good to go. I think the most that can be hoped for is that she goes down fighting here. Alright, so you know all those sound tactical decisions I made before? Yeah. Everything went completely to hell. If she lives through this turn, I am... Nope. Okay.
Command Central, this is Big Sky. Emergency abort. Squad is down. Repeat, squad is down.
Well, pride before a fall, like I said. Coming down off using particle cannons and Titan armor on my iPad game, and it was only classic. Classic Iron Man, not Long
Such
War.
a shame. Perhaps we can improve our equipment somehow,
Well,
so this doesn't happen again.
so I'm wagering Argentina. We're gonna have to be going there someday to free it. New request from Russia, probably for a satellite, but yeah, they're offering the exact same thing as Brazil. So, until we have satellites...
Excavation complete.
Yay! Heavy UFO activity over the United States. I believe that means that the first alien base will be going up in the United States, so we're likely going to just have the United States panic and leave the XCOM project in just a couple days. So, what we're going to do now that we have people coming back to active duty is we're going to rename some of them. First name. There we are. Name for me wife. Doubt we can get overly close.
Solid copy. Good to go. Solid copy. Good to go.
There we are. See, these faces barely change, but... Here we are. Hair, helmet. Give her her hat. There we are. Well. Oh. No, let me... There we go. Hair color. Gonna be about 20 minutes of customizing here. Alright, I guess the hair doesn't change when it's under the hat. And armor tint. Let's find her a good purple, her favorite color. I think I clicked... Oh! There we are. I wager first casualty. Which will be heartbreaking. In that case, here. I made this guy because those two were made to work in a team. And I know that I misspell Platapus. That is on purpose from when I worked as a counselor under that name. And a kid trying to write me a... write me like a caption of a picture he drew. Wrote as Platapus with an A. And I've kept that ever since. Because, frankly, that's cute. Alright. Language Italian? You know, my dad grew up around Italians, close enough. These don't have anywhere near my chin. In that they are all way too in shape. Can I play as a pudgy, married white guy? Let's see. Well, let's get my actual hair. 40. 41. That's way more than before. What do we have that's changed? Okay. Okay, some of these are pretty badass. Or I could be just straight up Guile. Not quite Guile. Close enough to Guile. Ooh. Nope. I've got to have the beraying glasses. It's there, and facial hair. It's Movember right now, and I have decided, for some reason, to... Oh, I think I saw it. Nope. That's too much of a beard. I'm doing the mutton stash look. Oh, they actually have it. Okay, and... hair color. There we go. And let's make me a nice bright... There, orange and purple. That'll stand out nicely on the battlefield. Whoever thought of camouflage? Alright. Just gonna make a few based off of a few of my compatriots. This is riveting, I know. I intend to do this with anybody else that pops up and requests it, or if somebody dies, I'll likely bring back a relative of theirs or some such. So. And for their names, I'm doing their real first name, but their last name is based on like a username in a game I once saw them do.
Posizione confermata. Commander. Bien, commandant. Solid copy. Oui, commandant. Si, commandante.
Verstanden, Commander.
Ah, yes, the boyish charm. And... no, he gets just a hairstyle. Yeah, that's close enough to what he... no, you know what? And red as the... he's actually a ginger, but I think the bright red we passed here, it's just so much more exciting. Facial hair... well, got in one. And armor tint. Yeah. Just red all over. Scarlet will probably be his nickname. French? Yeah. This one I'm doing because they do have the hairstyle he currently... there we are! Facial hair, he's grown a bit of a goatee. See, it's Movember, so, like, everybody I know is growing something for charity. No, he needs more of a... let's change the hair color first. He's a bit of a brunette. There. Blondie brunette. Come on, I just need like a full goatee kind of thing. That's probably about as close as I'm gonna get. And armor tint black. Okay, and we finally have Amy Mason. English makes sense considering she is English or comes from English background. Hair. Likes to keep it short. There we go. I'm pretty sure she had the exact cockatoo look here. I'm sure this will be riveting to listen to me mulling this over and what have you, but on the replay you can skip ahead slightly. I'm going to probably do one more mission before signing off. My lights just flickered. Stream still says I'm online. Weird. Might have to check out the light bulbs after this. There we are, an orange. Ooh! I didn't change up any of these. We have so many variations. For the sake of expediency, I won't go back and change these up for everybody, but let's give her a vest. She's a medic. Yeah, probably has lots of band-aids in those pouches. Alright. So we now have our doomed squad. Let's see, where are they going next? Alright, so the US should...
Detected.
Do I get some doubling? Did we have two things show up? No?
Contact
Okay.
detected.
Fighters are expensive, but this is what I believe to be a small scout. So, catch it. There we are. Right over Norway. Okay, can somebody else please go catch that thing? A bit more aggressive, I guess.
Engaging bogey.
There we are, right over the North Pole. I bet if we shoot it down, it will be in like a city or some such, which the Arctic has in spades. There we are. Took a Okay, damage. Yeah!
Central, this is Voodoo 37. We have a confirmed kill on Bogey 001.
Yeah, Voodoo 37.
UFO is down. I'll copy, over.
Solid copy, Voodoo 37. Nice work. Central out. All right, people. Retask Recon Satellite Bravo and get me a visual on that crash site.
She's coming into range now, sir.
On screen. Magnify.
Enhance! Zoom!
Still in one piece. Commander, I recommend we get a strike team to the crash site immediately.
It shows the small scout there. What would have happened if I had thrown all of my fighters at that supply barge earlier and actually managed to get it down? Probably still the same cutscene. And that would have been incredibly unlikely, but... Alright. Let's send out our doomed squad, give them a bit of experience, and let's bring along... Got some serious trade-offs. We have some with decent offense, but their defense just suffers. Somebody who can at least break even. Who's the lowest defense? Just gotta scroll through this. -3... Well, 5? Oh, wait, you're probably the one that's coming with me. -3? So which one is worse? Because we got -3 at 59 and -3 at... Wow, you both kind of suck, but... Anne Brun from France. You are officially my worst PFC. So I'm going to bring her along at some point, see if she surprises us. But, for the moment, we are bringing along this person. So, we didn't get to customize anybody here. Ah, right. Scouts can use the marksman's rifle here. Gotta have her take that. Now let's keep her high mobility. A laser sight and a flashbang. So she's the one who's going to be charging in. He's going to have a shotgun. So we're going to want him to be 14 mobility base. That's fine. I'm going to leave him with the tactical armor. He's going to be right up in there. And he'll probably have more opportunity to get good aiming angles. Alright. Reaper. You're a different scout, but not that great a shot. We're still going to give you... We'll give you a battle rifle. No, we're not giving you a battle rifle. Only give those to people who you think can actually hit. He is getting a laser sight and a AG grenade. Ah, the medic. Well, one would assume she should take a medkit. 2 charges is, in all honesty, probably enough for us. Attack vest. Yeah. And we'll see who gets better as they level up, like 68. Who's the highest on the squad now for aim? So far, my wife. So kudos to her. Yep. My wife is bounds ahead. And you're a PFC, you get a carbine. You get a smoke grenade, and you get a frickin' laser sight because you people shoot terribly. Alright. Let's rock and roll. So we're going up to the...
Touching down.
Okay, it is in the Arctic Circle here. And I will remind you, this does not have trees or...
The target site is near the German border.
Yeah,
It looks
yeah,
like
the
civilians
North
went down to the
Pole,
sparsely populated area.
on a cosmic
There are
scale,
civilians
is near the German border.
They stay clear.
It's also near Japan, Argentina on a cosmic scale. You know, the moon is just a hop, skip, and a jump in that direction.
Strike 1 is in position to engage.
Loud and clear, Big Sky. We'll monitor those readings from here. Strike 1 is authorized to assault the alien craft.
Alright. So, Meeseeks, you're the Rocketeer, who I didn't give extra rockets to, for some reason. I did again. Move, then decide. Though that didn't really help with,
Aye, aye,
The drone army. You're the medic, actually. Will you go there for now? The scout, full cover. Alright, that's as far forward as I'm gonna go. Let's steady it.
Moving out.
Alright, we're taking this one very carefully. Lots of overwatching, though it's unlikely they would hit anything in them. I think I hear a Thin Man. Audio actually quite important in this game. Because you can hear different types of enemies as they move about and talk to one another. She's steadied. I'm gonna
On my way.
actually leave her there. Now, I believe we are going to have 8 aliens, but I'm not going to be counting kills specifically. That's as far as we're going to be going. Bring me up to here with my fancy beret. It'll raise some questions of who's commanding this army once I die, so that's my evil twin? Nah, just straight up twin. Alright, just you steadied. Let's do some Overwatch. I doubt anything hurt us, but yeah.
What was that sound?
No, that's a sectoid. Did I hear a Thin Man before? Or was I just mistaking the sounds? Doesn't really matter. I mean, we'll deal with whatever it is when we get to it. Alright, so there... you can see the edge of the alien spacecraft over here. So we're going to be going up and over this ridge. I'm going to take a risk and double move him. Alright, he didn't see anything. But that sort of clears a bit of a path. We can bring the rest up and we'll try and simultaneously pop up over that ridge and just saturate the area below with gunfire. You're the assault. We want you reasonably close to the ship, so I'm not going to send them too far in that direction. You're the medic. Let's get you back with the group. Good scouting in that direction now. That's not that close. Alright. Not gonna dash, remember. Noise is a problem. So even if I'm moving the same number of spaces as I would if I had dashed, doing it one at a time reduces the noise you make.
Will do.
And we're trying to get the jump on them. Making noise can be good at times, though. If you set an ambush that you feel is...
Solid copy.
Okay, that was a risk, because she was going slightly further than Warren there. Not worrying about Meld at the moment. Okay, scout.
Positive enemy contacts.
Oh, one sectoid running way off inside there. Alright.
Aye, aye, Commander.
We have the height advantage, so let's see what we can do with that. Not a ton, but... Alright, Meeseeks, you're the Rocketeer. Or the Rocket. No, I think it's Rocketeer is the class. That brings to mind the old movie from the Disney Channel. I know this is half covered, but I'm going to have him hunker down anyways, because that shotgun is not going to hit anything at that range.
Stepping off.
So I believe everybody's either in full cover or hunkered down, which I believe treats it like it's full cover. So that's the leader there. So nice that he's giving a buff there, because he has an additional health, and I believe bonuses to all the base stats. Alright. If she runs, she's probably going to trigger. There's at least an outsider in there. They're the starting pilots. Only 37. 34. Alright. Can Meeseeks from downtown. I saw it there. a drift of 4.8 spaces. 4.9. He's safe where he is at this angle, so let's give it a shot. Didn't destroy their cover. That's what I was really hoping for. But still, 2 damage is 2 damage. I'm not going to dispute that. Now, if I can kill this guy, the feedback doesn't instantly kill targets or sectoids that are mind-melded like it used to, but it still does some damage. So, 34 is not going to hit. But this game is very fair when it comes to the... Alright, if 34 hit, maybe 37... No, you know what? Steady. Steady. You might pop out that hole. Remember that there's one inside the ship. The assaults you have to be careful with, or they have the life expectancy of a fruit fly. But used properly, they can be some of your most devastating units. Let's just move her around the back. I'm not really liking that side very much. And on future runs, I'm going to be giving Meeseeks additional rockets. Okay, and where's the other one? Coming out that side. But since I know where he is... Yeah, now that I'm no longer hunkered down, I can see him. Hunkering down does give you the defense bonuses, which totally paid off there. But it also means... 57, I'm willing to take that.
Missed the target.
Of course. 34. She's reasonably safe where she is.
Out of ammo here. Adjusting aim.
Alright, this is turning out to be not a very good turn for me. Probably should have done some other moves, but... you work with what you got. If I run up to here... There's a big hole. That's so gonna trigger him. Move to here. Not a bad idea. Because I'm gonna be having him like run and gun after. Got rid of the cover. That's really what I use HE grenades for. Meeseeks, do you have anywhere? I should have done this in a different order.
Headed there now.
I may have just wasted my HE grenade, but I'm not going to expose my soldiers unduly to harm. Everybody's in full cover. They don't have a good angle on us. Him? We have 2 scouts. Overwatch, I'm willing to risk. And this is just healing this guy up, because you may notice he's getting a health back every single time that happens. Now you're nice and close, and going forward. Who? And here I thought that she was safe. Alright. Braga is our PFC. Okay. Reaper, you're our scout, who is going to be doing this. Triggering the Overwatch, hopefully dodging. I think he had okay defense on top of... Yeah. And that rock stayed standing, just in case we need it. How nice of it. And then... this, because I do not trust your aim. Even remotely. A grenade! To the face! Well, this could be a problem. Deal with him in a minute. Oh, thank goodness. I'm gonna have to give my wife a great big kiss when she comes home for that. Alright. He has no ammo in his main gun, but he has his pistol. Or she? He? I think it's a she. Yes. You, Aparecida? Well, belying my ignorance, I'm 5. Wow. Alright, and now the ideal here will be him taking down this guy without triggering anybody else, so... 14! Well, I may just be hiding behind corners for most of this, but when I go and take a shot, I'm pretty badass, I guess. Alright, that worked out okay. Didn't take any damage. Ended up wasting 2 frag grenades, but you know what? I'll take it. And there's the outsider. Running in this direction. Let's steady your weapon. Let's advance you to the door. And so you can't steady a shotgun. I mean, makes sense, but can still be irritating. Steady. Steady. You fall back here and reload your main weapon. Because it can't see us, it's probably going to try coming out the side here. And my goal is hopefully, like, it'll take cover here, and I'll sweep in and hope that there's nobody else around. Steady, he might not have a good line of sight, but maybe he will. Alright. Yes. Then he'll take a shot at my wife! Okay. Our medic did not panic. All shall be well. Probably shouldn't have opened this door because it just exposed him, but...
Moving out.
Outsiders, silly accurate.
Come on, hold on.
Alright. Could have gone better, but this turn is all about just recovering and telling me to stop panicking. If both me and my wife die in our first mission out, I'm going to be very disappointed. Yes! My face is invulnerable. Yeah, I know there's sectoids elsewhere. But I am running right up to this dude. Nobody else? Okay. Let's get the medic down here and spray my gaping face wound closed. And we're doing some dashing here. Make a little bit of noise, see what we attract. That direction. Okay, good thing they made that noise. I would not have started searching in that direction. Probably would have gone off in this way. Alright. Cat?
That's affirmative.
Wait, you're the medic. Here. Platapus. You come here and... apparently end your turn.
Easy now, soldier.
Alright. It's a bit better.
Got it covered.
Alright, Reaper, you're at the front. And let's steady the weapon. And Mike, you go here and steady as me. They've heard us, so ideally they'll be coming to us. Just reload. Probably could have advanced him up, but
Stepping off.
make a bit more noise. Really entice them to step into the killing field.
Quiet. Do you hear something?
They doing the same to us? Pretty sure this is the last pod. I'm pretty sure there's just 3 on the starting craft. So let's make noise over here. Oh, we already made some noise, but just keep that. And let's move our advance unit around the side.
Aye, aye, Commander.
Raga, you're with me. There we are. Ah, Kelly, you saved my wife and get an Overwatch kill. Alright, how far can he sprint? Do I feel like... Oh, well, there's a full cover there. Yeah. You know what? Italian me, get to it. Urgh. What'd I say? 93% chance to hit? Still a 7% chance to miss. And no flashbangs. I'm gonna be pissed if I just killed myself doing that. 27. You go Overwatch. At least, like, make it not want to move. Warren. Why did I give you an assault rifle? Advance to the tree. Raga.
Heading out.
Alright, well at least he's running away. I hope he doesn't have reinforcements in that direction. That would be unfortunate. Alright. People need to start moving up. I think Kelly still has 2 shots, maybe just 1, but
On it.
wasn't gonna have her reload it. Alright, Braga, this may be a risky place to stand, but it's where you're gonna stand. And Warren, you're a scout, get the hell up there. Alright, Mike, you're going around the side. Come on, Braga.
Adjusting sights.
1 chance to impress me there. Just 1. Okay, we know he's right there. Why didn't I send my scout? Well, it's a good thing my face got healed, because that hurt. And now I shoot like Octodad. Alright. Anybody else get a better angle? Get around behind him or some such.
Heading to that location.
And let's actually just do like this and pull me back to this full cover again. And bring Meeseeks around the flank. You want him to at least feel very threatened, but he doesn't know where things are. Yes!
Mission accomplished.
No fatalities! Just me getting shot in the face over and over, and my wife getting shot behind full cover from a screen away. You're damn right. Let's see. Alright, so I'm good at taking things in the face. I'm not going to be doing much reaction shots. One additional shot, or never panic. Yeah, never give up. 20 days, wow. Yeah, I got brought up and down. Alright, Braga, you're not the best shot, but I could use a sniper, so you're it. Until I find someone better or you die. Alright. $60.
I'm still having
Got some gas money.
what it is the
And
aliens
now
are
I
hoping
can
to
do some research, which I
accomplish
forgot to trigger before.
here. Are they studying us? Why abduct humans seemingly at random? There must be a
They've
pattern
rebalanced
that
the
we haven't
research a fair amount.
established yet.
All of these, I feel, are definitely more valuable now. This can get us to the scope faster,
I agree,
and
that does seem to
accuracy
be the most...
is what I swear by early on. So we'll scan until we see what the next mission will be. There we are.
Commander, we're
Abduction
tracking
in
several
Omsk,
reported abductions
Russia.
via the hologlobe. I've got the coordinates.
Alright, so that will be where we pick up next week, as I steadfastly refuse to completely fail at XCOM Long War Impossible Ironman. Save and exit. And I hope that you have enjoyed this. If you wish to be a soldier and you're watching this and I haven't already lost, shoot us a message via Twitch or YouTube. That'll be The Shady Platapus. You can see the link to the YouTube channel below, or if you're on the YouTube channel, you can see a link to our Twitch page, where we stream every Tuesday and Thursday. Alright, and that is my evening. Off I go.